where it ends, and it is time only which can keep a record of the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the material manifestation. This time factor is the material cause of creation and is therefore a self-expansion of the personality of Godhead. Time is considered the impersonal feature of the Lord. The time factor is also explained by modern men in various ways. Some accept it almost as it is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. For example, in Hebrew literature, time is accepted in the same spirit as a representation of God. It is stated therein, God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. Complex. Metaphysically, time is distinguished as absolute and real. Absolute time is continuous and is unaffected by the speed or slowness of material things. Time is astrologically and mathematically calculated in relation to the speed, change, and life of a particular object. Factually, however, time has nothing to do with the relativities of things. Rather, everything is shaped and calculated in terms of the facility offered by the time. Time is the basic measurement of the activity of our senses, by which we calculate past, present, and future. But in factual calculation, time has no beginning and no end. Pandit Chanakya says that even a slight fraction of time cannot be purchased with millions of dollars, and therefore even a moment of time lost without profit must be calculated as the greatest loss in life. Time is not subject to any form of psychology, nor are the moments subject to realities in themselves, but they are dependent on particular experiences. Therefore, Srila Jiva Goswami concludes that the time factor is intermixed with the activities, actions and reactions of the external energy of the Lord. The external energy or material nature works under the superintendence of the time factor as the Lord Himself, and that is why material nature appears to have produced so many wonderful things in the cosmic manifestation. Bhagavad Gita confirms this conclusion as follows: Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagad vipari vartate. This is the Bhaktivedanta Parpoto Madhyana Timiran Dasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namavom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashyat Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. We are reading from the chapter titled Divisions of the Creation. And these divisions of the creation is not complete without the mention of the eternal time. Time is considered eternal, but why are we discussing in the subject of creation, which is actually temporary? This creation is temporary in the sense it has a certain end. There is an end for the atom and there is an end for the universe. This is how this creation is. And the time between the beginning and the end is actually controlled by the time itself. So time plays a very important role in this creation, but it is not dependent on this creation or the kind of actions and reactions we see in this creation. It is not dependent. It is an absolute force, an impersonal force, which is an expansion of the Supreme Lord, and it is continuous. not dependent on whether something is moving or something is slow. For example, our time may be, currently whatever the time is, sometimes it becomes slow. And then sometimes it can go even faster. Actual time has no dependence on this. Simply because this is going slow doesn't mean time has become slow. So time is not dependent on our systems, our mechanisms, and the relativities here. Something moving fast, something moving slow. That's what Prabhupada is, an absolute force. Impersonal feature. There are no emotions in time. It executes the will of the Supreme Lord. Impersonal means can't expect any personal qualities, mercy, some emotions, softness, all that is not there. Sometimes we hear the baby is just born and mother dies. Or the couple is just married, the husband or the wife dies. It looks heartless. Particularly if you see the cinema, in the movies, they show all these things very nicely with the background music. So they show how cruel the fate is. The Kala is like that, an impersonal force. So it is not seeing that, okay, there are some emotions involved here. What will happen? So in this world, it is only expected like this. It is only expected. Things will come to an end, whether we want or don't want. Nice relationships, or opulences, or whatever that one may be acquiring by working hard throughout his life. What he doesn't know is that stealthily the time is taking away all those. And as soon as somebody goes away, who remembers? For example, 6 months back, some people have become billionaires. It doesn't mean whole world is remembering and chanting their names. Right? Nobody bothers. The world is like that. Big kingdoms have come, they've gone away, and time ensures that everything is destroyed. It is a destructive force. The very universe that comes into existence, it is timed. The universe exists only for 100 years of Brahma's life. That's all, time. As soon as Brahma dies, universe collapses. So, this is the force called Kala, or the eternal time. In some religions, they don't believe in the destiny theory. That you do something and the reaction comes to us later on. This they don't believe. Because they don't believe in the next life. That their main argument is that, where is the witness? If somebody has to be punished in a court of law, there has to be witnesses. And then witness will say, yes, I saw that man or that girl or that woman doing this. And then the justice is given on the basis of the entire case. So we are now currently going through some situation in our lives, and the question is, who is the witness by which I am getting some suffering or some kind of a problem in my life, or in the next life I am suffering because of my previous lives? Fine, but then I don't remember that I have done all those. I don't know what to learn. If there is a meaning behind all these things, I should learn something, but then I don't know what to learn. Jiva feels always it is perfect. I don't know what I have done. I have not done anything wrong. But the Shastra is saying, yes, there are witnesses. There are many, many witnesses. And here Prabhupada is mentioning time only which can keep a record of the creation, maintenance and destruction of the material manifestations. Time records. A time-based recording is going on in this world. There is a, at so-and-so time, I have seen this. Let us say the witness says, immediately there is a calculation to see whether it. So time-based evidences are very, very powerful. They are accepted in the court of law. Recently, the Bangalore has won one case based on this time only. There is a incident happened in 2001, but they filed a case in the with the police in 2009. Now, why 8 years delay in reporting this? If you are really worried about it, so you can see time how it records, and not only that, there are many witnesses. There are many witnesses who continuously witness what each and every jiva is doing. The thinking, feeling and willing, our actions, everything will be monitored by these witnesses, and the prime witness is the Lord Himself in the heart. It is said that one of the witnesses is the sun. So today, sun has recorded that there is a class and so many have attended. Our biometric may fail, but he will not fail. We may have some problem, but then Surya has a much better system. Then you may say, okay, morning time it's all monitored, night time probably I can do whatever I want. So then it is said that the moon is also a witness. And moon is there, sun is there always. The moon is also a witness. Then they may say, no, in between sun and moon, it's called Sandhya. All the 3 Sandhyas I will try to do something. No, even Sandhya is considered a witness. So like that, there are multiple witnesses. Wind is a witness. Now air is passing by. You think very simple it is, looking very innocent. Air is passing by, but actually, Radha Govind, that air is recording. Air looks very normal going on. Even the land records. It witnesses. The land on which you seated, it records. It witnesses. Air witnesses. Fire witnesses. Directions. In all the directions there are witnesses. Actually, we are under continuous vigilance and monitoring. There are many agents they are witnessing. In fact, they are all powerful demigods. They are all witnessing us. And they can easily understand the psychological activities going on in a person's mind. Because they are so powerful, they can understand that this is what this person is thinking, this is what this person is thinking. In fact, sometimes a person may think, okay, let me do things very silently, stealthily, so that nobody will come to know. A person may think like that and have his own plan, his own scheme, but they cannot escape this monitoring of the witnesses, monitoring of the Paramatma, and then the times recording is going on. So as soon as something is recorded, then immediately the reaction begins. If it is against the law, then the reaction begins. Instantaneously it starts. Some reactions will take little time. Again, time has to deliver that reaction. It is waiting. Tuck, tuck, tuck. As soon as that instance comes, it will release the reaction. At that time, that person, that living entity thinks, wow, what did I do? I'm an innocent person. I have been punished. I have been put into this trouble. But Shastra, it says that Lord Brahma, he explains how we should handle these reverses in life. And he says, Tatenu kampa susumikshamano bunjana evatma krutam. I was explaining this the other day also. Atma krutam. Brahma is saying everything is Atma krutam. You may feel that, oh, it is, I am innocent. What did I do? But actually, everything that we experience, some suffering, some pain, some injustice, or this and that, it's all Atma krutam. You only have created in the past. Time meticulously brings and delivers to you. That's all. So now, a very high level responsibility is there on the jiva. Today, if I am feeling enthusiastic, it is Atma krutam. If somebody is not feeling enthusiastic and very dull and this and that, that is also Atma krutam. So Shastra is saying that a jiva has a highest responsibility. See how responsible he is. It is easy to blame others. This is not good, that is not good. Because of this, because of that. But actually, Shastra is saying it's all Atma krutam. That's why Brahma is advising that Bunjana eva Atma krutam. I am enjoying what I have done already. This is the point. So timeline is there. Somewhere you have done like this. This reaction is pending here. Meanwhile, you are going on doing, and many reactions are piling up. And suddenly the first reaction comes and hits. Then we'll think, Arey, I never remember doing any such thing. Why did this happen to me? Why God is so unkind? And of course, if something good happens, then he'll say, I am the one. Actually, I have done. And if something wrong happens, something goes wrong, then he will blame the Supreme Lord. This is what the Honorable CM is saying in his address on that day. People take credit for all the good things, but then when something goes wrong, then they blame God. Even he knows this philosophy. So, it's only passing on our responsibility. That no, I am innocent, I am actually a victim. I don't know anything. And, everybody else has done. But whereas I am a very nice person, I am a perfect person, I am a supreme, I don't know why I am going through all these things. Every jiva feels like this. But Shastra is encouraging that no, we should assume responsibility. Whatever I am going through today is not accidental. It's never accidental. You may say, no, I am not done in this life. Fine, agreed. But somewhere you have done. You only have done. Maybe in the last life, you have done. But one is Atma krutam. This is a very serious. That's why Chanakya Pandit is saying, don't waste time. These victims know what they do. They waste time. They fight. They make groups and they fight. In the outside world also, there is a there is a surveillance system put in the city. There are many groups fighting. Why are you monitoring us? But they don't know that already he is monitored. Every action is monitored. Okay, government may not do. If there is no monitoring, government cannot do anything. I can do whatever I want. Why they are curtailing my freedom? We resist. But actually what we forget is every jiva is monitored. If the local government is not able to take action, it doesn't mean he can escape reaction. No. The government system will work. The supreme government is working. It will bring in whatever we have done, the exact reaction it will bring in. That's why one has to be careful to accept and follow this Krishna conscious process. This process ultimately rests on one important principle, and that is to surrender. My Lord, okay, this is the system, let me surrender. This is God has created, so I'll accept. This is Prabhupada created, yes, I will accept. This is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means to learn surrenderance on a day-to-day basis. Incrementally, devotees will become more and more surrendered. And material consciousness means he becomes more and more rebellious against the rules and regulations of the Supreme Lord. He tries to see how he can escape, not knowing that he can never escape. Whereas a devotee understands better, instead of under the control of Maya and this time, better let me be under the control of Krishna, under the control of my spiritual master, under the control of the Vaishnavas, so that I can advance my consciousness. Advancing consciousness means in every situation a devotee sees Krishna's hand. This is called advancement. For example, when something goes wrong, he considers, Eva Atma Krtam, I only did it, I am getting the result. And but he continues his services, he continues his obedience to the Supreme Lord, to the spiritual master. These are the important qualities. So here it is mentioned with a lot of details here about the time, very interesting. But one thing is that everything has a time period. Whatever is created will have a time period. Whatever is created. Moment time comes into action, that means there will be destruction one day. If a religion is created at a particular date, then the religion will die on a particular date. If something is created in this world, it will go after some time. Everything will have a time period. But Bhagavatam is not propounding such religious principles. Srimad Bhagavatam is free from the influence of the time. That's why it's called eternal. Time is eternal and Srimad Bhagavatam is also eternal. The principles which are mentioned here will make a human being free from the time. If you want to be out of this influence of the time, the present, future, past, then one has to surrender to Srimad Bhagavatam and to the spiritual master. Anybody who reads Bhagavatam like that, then he will not fall for these tricks of Maya and tricks of time. One time brings one thing. So he will not get affected by whatever is delivered by the time. So that's why one has to be very careful to absorb himself in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's what Chandra Pandit is saying. Even if you miss one moment of time, and if you want to pay $1 million, you will not be able to get it back. So devotees are business-like minded in terms of acquiring his Krishna consciousness. One moment I can earn so much. I can go closer to Krishna. I can become dear to Prabhupada. This is the mood of the devotee. Every moment he is thinking how I can enhance my Krishna consciousness. His words, his actions, everything is dedicated to Krishna's service. So this is the nature of our life. So moment we focus like that, then Prabhupada is saying that he's quoting Chanakya Pandit that how we should not waste even 1 second. It's a precious time. Once the time is over, we will be kicked out of this body. And the body which has done so many activities will merge into the earth, becomes dust or becomes ash. So if we waste our time on this body and mind and our false egos, they will one day will give hand to us. They will ditch us. Why? Because they have to die. But the Jiva is eternal. So that's why one should not invest in satisfying the body, mind and the intelligence and ego. These are all material elements. Whatever comes into the mind, one should not work on it. Whatever comes into the intelligence, one should not pursue it. And what is the dictation of false ego, one should not fall for it. The only solution is one should only follow the instructions given by spiritual master and Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever he says, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam only talks about pure loving devotional service to Krishna. So these are the, the very deep aspects of life. A sincere devotee will apply these principles in life and comes out of the influence of this body and mind and then becomes surrendered to only to Krishna. Any questions? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, this time factor and versus desiring potency. If a person says that desire to serve Lord, if we go to any ordinary person and suggest him to do some service to Krishna, so he may say that time has not come for me to serve Lord. So when the time comes, he is not desiring. So the time is overpowering his desiring potency, or how it will work, Prabhu?
Always time has become an instrument. Time is an instrument for the Leela of the Lord. The current Leela that is going on is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela of spreading this Harinam to every town and village. This is his Leela. As part of that Leela, he has sent Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada has come, established an institution, and he has kindly given each one of us an opportunity to serve his organization. That is his mercy. One should not think that I am contributing something. One should see that it is actually a mercy. What can I contribute? So, and as part of the organization, Srila Prabhupada has given some instructions. His desires are expressed. And then when the organization is executing the desires of the spiritual master, all the devotees are serving as part of it. Some are going out, some are doing the internal services, and everybody is doing services on the basis of Guru's order. So on the Guru's order, when a preacher approaches someone, it's actually Lord's Leela. The time has brought Kona Bhagyavan Jiva, what a fortunate moment to that family, that particular person, but he doesn't know. He thinks this person, this devotee is a problem. He thinks this devotee is a problem too, whatever that his thinking is. So it's the Lord's wish that you are there on that day, ready to tell him something, give some prasad. Anyway, every devotee gives prasad. So he's getting an eternal benefit. He's touching the movement, And if he hears little submissively, he may get Bhakti Lata Bija. Kona Bhagyavan Jiva, that's what it is called. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva. See how through the services of the devotees, the spiritual master plants the seeds. The devotee goes and delivers the seed that Prabhupada has given. He has sprinkled. So that's why sometimes when the preachers go, in some houses you will see there is a red carpet. They'll immediately call and then say, yes, Prabhu, we are waiting for you and this and that. Long, long ago, some devotees used to come. Now nobody has come. Now you have come, Prabhu, like that. So that means already the seeds are working on him. He also accepted. And then so you are enjoying the hard work that has gone already. So similarly, you are sprinkling some many, many seeds. And some of them are fortunate enough to pick them up quickly. So this information will never go waste. When a devotee goes and explains about our philosophy, our project, it never goes away. It gets recorded. Ordinary activity is recorded. Why not this transcendental activity? So it gets recorded. And that is a very powerful impression for the jiva. And let us say he has a nice experience with the devotee. And he has a nice experience with the organization. That impressions are very important for the jiva. It is said that in the last moment, the jiva sees the prominent incidents in front of him rolling. So if somebody is fortunately attracted to this moment, although he might not have participated fully, but in the last moment, let us say he gets attracted to that particular impression. Some nice person, nice devotee has come and given something to me. Very fortunate. His life is very, very fortunate. The next life he will be given a greater opportunity. So our service never goes waste. Never goes waste. It's always recorded. All the witnesses are also saying. Everybody is recording. So Krishna is also there. He is watching. So he is pleased. Already the result is there. As soon as you go and ask him something, the result is already there. Apparently he may accept or may not accept at that particular moment. He may be busy or he is under some pressure. And then so he may try to give some excuse. So you can explain. When time comes, you say, yes, I am only. Now I have come. He's saying, when time comes, I will come. No. I only come now. That time only has sent me here. I am a representative of time. I am a representative of Krishna. I am here with you. You are waiting for Krishna's call. It has come through me. It has come through me. It's a fact. At that point, you are representing Guru and Krishna and you are inviting him. Very auspicious. And then if he believes and he develops faith, then he'll come. Then his experience becomes even more deeper. He listens or he starts chanting or reads some quote or hears from somebody. Life becomes more and more. He goes deeper and deeper into this consciousness. Okay, so we should somehow convince him. Already he has met you, taken some pressure, a lot of ajnata sukriti he is getting. And if he is listening to you submissively, whatever you are preaching, that means he is accepting some seeds. So very auspicious. Now what disturbs this process is the Maya. Maya will never want anybody to become very serious or anybody to become very deeply getting into this. Very, very powerful forces. Suddenly he remembers some work or some appointment or this and that. No, Swamy, I have to go. Now, whenever next time I'll come to you, like that. Maya is like that. So preacher has to handle even Maya. You may, moment once you are telling us something, you can say, I know you are a very busy person, I'm sure you know you must be having some appointments and this and that and all that. But this, I'll just take only 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, again you remind him, just take another 2 minutes. Like that, you have to handle his mind. Mind is the superintendent of prison. Please understand. Mind itself is the superintendent. This body is the prison cell. And each cell has one superintendent. This mind is like that. There is overall in charge is there, Maya, Durga. But this mind is like that. Very powerful force. It will not allow you to lead a happy, peaceful life. Even after coming in Krishna consciousness. This is the problem. So that's why instead of listening to mind and mind's chatter, one should listen to Guru and Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he is safe. Otherwise, he will be living a miserable, miserly life. So these are the some of the points. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
టెంపుల్ వారి మరో అపురూప కానుక హరే కృష్ణవాణి ఆధ్యాత్మిక మాసపత్రిక. ఇప్పుడు మొబైల్ యాప్ ద్వారా కూడా సులభంగా పత్రికలు చదువుకునే సౌకర్యం, వార్షిక సభ్యత్వం, భగవద్గీత, భాగవత ప్రవచనాలు, స్ఫూర్తి సందేశాలు, ఇంకా మరెన్నో సదుపాయాలతో హరే కృష్ణవాణి మొబైల్ యాప్ నేడే డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి. మరిన్ని వివరాల కోసం కాల్ చేయండి 9133107700. హరే కృష్ణ.